Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back to yet another video. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 different great arguments for God that actually don't involve the Bible or anything like that. They're more so like logical arguments for God, and I really think that you guys will enjoy this video. I'm going to go ahead and hop into it. The first argument that we got here is the cosmological argument. And this is the belief that the fact that everything that exists has a cause. Therefore, there must be a first caused or uncaused cause that started everything. And this uncaused cause would be God. Okay? Because again, everything that exists currently has a cause. So therefore, there has to be something that created all these things to have a cause. You feel what I'm saying? And that thing would be God. The next one is the teleological argument, and I've already made a video about this if you guys want to check that out. It's a short, but it's the fact that the order and design of the universe points to God's existence. Example, if we were much closer to the sun, we would burn. If we were much further, we would freeze. Now, there is some leeway with this. I believe it's called the Goldilocks zone. Maybe I'm wrong, but still. And then the next one is if the force of gravity were any stronger or weaker, planets and stars would not be able to form correctly. Okay. The next thing is the complexity of life, like the human eye and DNA. They point to an intelligent mind. Okay, the human eye has the ability to recognize light, focus, stuff like that. DNA, if you look at how complex it is. Next is the order in nature. The world follows specific set rules or laws. For example, biology, chemistry, physics, etc., etc. There's also a very small chance that everything that the universe and all of its laws in it were created by chance, just by chance, not created obviously, but by chance instead of a creator. It's a lot more likely that there is a creator than that there isn't. For example, if we look at the watchmaker analogy, the complexity in a watch was made by someone, okay? The little gears and the little tiny things in it, they are complex, but they were still made by someone. They didn't just appear. The same thing with the universe. The universe and all its complexity didn't just appear. It had to be made by someone or something. The next one is objective morality, and this one's going to be a little bit controversial because a lot of people would disagree with this. But let me just explain. And a lot of these kind of examples I'm going to be using is from a Christian. I do believe he's a Christian like scholar, C.S. Lewis. I'm going to go into. So why do people argue if no moral standard or objective moral standard more so exists? Wouldn't both be right? Also, when someone is mistreated, they might say that what happened to them was wrong. But how can this be true if wrong simply doesn't exist? Also, when you say things like you should do this or you shouldn't do that, you're kind of supporting objective morality. Like, let's both agree on something real quick. Can we both agree that randomly shooting an innocent kid in the head for no reason is bad? If you said yes, then you're kind of supporting objective morality. If you say, oh, well, it just depends, well, that's just not true. We know that every human being has value and has life, and so therefore it would be wrong to just, for no reason, take that person's life. And just because, like, for example, tribes in Africa, like, eat people, right? It doesn't necessarily mean it's right. It means that that's how they were brought up and that's their own opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean that morality itself is subjective, but instead their opinion is subjective. The next thing, and probably one of the most logical and obvious, is the fact that rationality does not come from irrationality, and this is pretty similar to the cosmological argument. For example, the bed in my bedroom did not just appear. Someone had to make it. If something as simple as a bed had to be made, why wouldn't human life that is so much more complex and organized, or just the universe, which is so much more organized, complex, and majestic than a bed? Doesn't it make sense to say that would have to be made as well? Because you see, if you say that something else made humans, or that, this big bang just from matter and energy, just boom, and there we were after just a couple of years of evolution, what you're pretty much claiming is that we came from pretty much nothing, just from matter and energy. And the thing is that matter and energy is they are not rational, right? They are irrational, unconscious things. How does consciousness and complexity and structure come about just by chance? I'm not going to sit here and say that it's impossible that these things came about by chance, but just much less likely than God, and that's really undeniable, or at least pretty much undeniable. The next thing is that love is more than just a chemical reaction. Love is by far the strongest emotion that you can feel. People will sacrifice for love, they will love people even when they do wrong to them, specifically family members, and much more. Love can make people change. Some people would risk their lives for loved ones, and usually love strengthens over time. while other emotions usually die out pretty quickly. For example, like sadness, anger, and even joy. Passionate, short-lived love, which is filled with dopamine, usually dies out quickly, but the other love doesn't die out. Again, usually it strengthens over time. So this shows, to me at least, that love is deeper than just a chemical reaction, because we know chemical reactions, they can cause like anger, sadness, things like that, which tend to die out extremely quickly. This is much, much different than love, which doesn't die out, and it seems to be deeper. Again, people will sacrifice for love. People can change for love. And love seems to me, at least, like it's so much bigger than just chemical reactions. Because again, you can argue, okay, hey, anger is a chemical reaction. Sadness is a chemical reaction. And even joy, to an extent, is a chemical reaction because, dopamine and stuff like that. But love is different. And again, you can go back and listen to the examples I just listed. But no other emotion quite hits the same as like love does. And we know, at least the God of the Bible, right? He's known to be the God of love. He's a loving God. And it almost seems like he created us with this ability to love that is beyond just a chemical reaction that we feel. Because God made us to love each other and to have social connection with each other and to be united together. And so naturally, love is going to be the strongest emotion. So yeah, those are all my 5 arguments. I think these are pretty strong. If you guys have any more arguments, or if you guys want to talk about these, or if you guys got some sort of debunks to these arguments, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you guys would like to debate me, my Skype and Zoom will be up on screen right now. Just let me know in the comments, actually, how old you are and what you're trying to debate about, and like what your background is and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a pretty interesting one. I have my notes with me here, and this has definitely been a video that I've been wanting to make for a few days now, because every now and then I'll study some theology. I want to do it more often than I am doing it, but when I do it though, it's pretty productive and I get to learn a lot. So yeah, hopefully hopefully this helped you guys. You can use this in any future debates. And I do personally feel that there's a lot more evidence for God than against God. And maybe some people would disagree with me on that. But again, when you look at the cosmological argument, the theological argument, love, objective morality, and rationality, it almost to me seems like, as long as you just really think about it, there is objectively more evidence for God than there is against him. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. And yeah, I'll see you all. God bless. Peace. Love you all.